From the Pep Radio Newsroom, this is the evening news update. President Trump says he plans to nominate Jay Clayton, the former head of the Securities and Exchange Commission and current U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, as Director of National Intelligence. Trump announced the nomination on social media on Thursday amid pressure from Congress to name Tulsi Gabbard's permanent replacement. Trump faced intense pushback over his decision to name Bill Pulte, head of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, as acting director after Gabbard announced last month that she was stepping down because of her husband's cancer diagnosis. The situation led to a standoff in Congress as Democrats said they would refuse to renew a Foreign Intelligence Powers Act unless President Trump pulled Pulte's nomination and named a permanent nominee. Few people anywhere in the legal community are respected at the level of Jay, Trump wrote. I encourage the United States Senate to confirm Jay as soon as possible. In international news, an Indian official says 3 Indian mariners were killed on board a tanker targeted by the U.S. military over allegedly violating America's blockade on Iran. Indian Ports, Shipping and Waterways Minister Sarbananda Sonowal announced the 3 mariners killing on X in the attack on the Palau flag tanker Setbello. Sadly, 3 Indian seafarers initially reported missing are now confirmed dead after 2 bodies were recovered, he wrote. It wasn't clear where the 3rd body was. The U.S. Military Central Command has accused the Setbello of having violated the ongoing blockade by attempting to transport oil from Iran. It fired into the ship's engine room to stop it. Kuwait, meanwhile, says it has closed its airspace over ongoing Iranian attacks and said flights were being diverted to alternative airports without elaborating. Flights had been circling outside of Kuwait for some time before the announcement after it said its air defenses were firing. Kuwait International Airport had taken a direct Iranian hit in recent days, which killed 1 person and wounded dozens. And finally, in news from the United States, a man has pled guilty to killing a top Minnesota Democrat and her husband, not to mention their dog, while posing as an officer. A Minnesota man who posed as a police officer and went door to door in the middle of the night, killing the top Democrat in the state house and her husband, and wounding a state senator and his wife, let's not forget the dog, pleaded guilty to murder on Thursday so that federal prosecutors would not seek the death penalty. The attacks by Vance Bolter, age 58, sparked the largest search for a suspect in state history. They also reverberated far beyond Minnesota as elected officials across the country feared that escalating threats and polarization could lead to more violence. There were brief sobs from the courtroom gallery on Thursday as family members of Melissa and Mark Hortman sat alongside Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette while the chilling events of June 14, 2025 were described in great detail. Disguised with a tactical uniform and a realistic mask that covered his entire head, Bolter drove a fake police SUV with lights flashing to the legislators' homes. As his federal defense attorney questioned him about his actions, he repeatedly said a simple yes, including whether he pressed a gun to Melissa Hortman's head and fired. The family's golden retriever was so gravely injured that, unfortunately, it had to be euthanized. That's the news update for this hour. Our next news update will be at 11 p.m. Eastern. From the Pep Radio Newsroom, I'm David Moore reporting.